Alright, so we're going to start resilience with a quote. By endurance we conquer. Ernest Shackleton. Anybody ever heard of Ernest Shackleton?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was he? He was a polar explorer. If you're interested in people who are resilient, these guys are the best of the best. Really interesting people. So, this guy's name is Nando Parrado. And in 1972, Nando was part of the Uruguayan rugby team that were heading to Chile to play a match. It turned out it was going to be cheaper for them to charter a plane to fly commercial, so they chartered this army jet with some spare seats on board, so some family members got to come along as well. Nando's sister and mother came along. So, plane takes off. Does anybody know the mountain range runs through South America? Andes Mountains, yeah. The Andes Mountains, very high mountains. This was a small private jet, so the pilot didn't want to fly over the highest part of the Andes. So the flight path was, we're going to fly down alongside the Andes, and where there was a gap in the mountains, the pilot was going to turn the plane, fly through the gap, and then back up towards Santiago, the capital of Chile. Okay? So the plane took off. Everybody knew the flight path. They could feel the plane turn. It was a very kind of cloudy day. And he said, as soon as the pilot turned to go through the gap, the plane started to shake. Started to shake pretty violently, and everybody was like, what the hell is going on here? And Nando said that the clouds just disappeared, and they could see that they're flying directly into a mountain. Now the pilot pulled the plane up as quick as he could. He almost made it over, but the back of the plane clipped the top of the mountain. The back part broke off. The front part of the plane tobogganed down along the side of the snowfield valley. Came to rest along the side of the mountain, came to rest in the middle of the snowfield valley. Now, of the 45 passengers on board, 29 survived that initial impact. Now, those who were able to climb out of the wreckage at the bottom of this snowfield valley, they looked around at this wall of mountains that surrounded them in every angle. And they came to a very important conclusion. They said, it would be impossible for us to climb out of here. Impossible. The only hope we have is to wait for rescue. So they climbed back into the wreckage. They used as many as the bags that they had to close up the gap. Remember, the back of the plane is gone, so it's just a big hole. They're closing up this gap with as many bags as they can, and they huddle together for warmth against the minus 30-degree temperatures outside. And they begin to wait that first night. Now, Nando had been knocked unconscious in the crash. They thought he was dead. So they dragged his body to the edge of the plane. His head was in snow. And so had he been actually at sea level, and his head at normal temperature, his brain was swelled, he would have died. The fact that he was at altitude and his head was in snow saved his life. So he wakes up 3 days later. He finds out that his mother is dead and his sister Susie is very badly injured. So he goes to the part of the plane where Susie is. He holds her hand for a day, and then she dies down. Nando's, as soon as his sister died, his mind went to his dad, who was back in Uruguay. And he thought about how lost and alone and upset his dad must be feeling to think that his whole family is dead. And Nando got out of the plane, he looked at this wall of mountains, he says, I don't care what it takes, I have to find my way out of here, because I've got to get back to my dad, to hug him, tell him that I love him, and that he's not alone. And that became Nando's vision. And he would fight with everything that he had to turn that vision into reality. This is a picture of guys, this is a picture of the guys that crashed us. They were going to Chile for a match, but they're also going for a bit of a holiday. Well, that's the wreckage in behind there, I have to say. And so they're taking pictures. So, day after day go by. They're just sitting there waiting. They've no food. And on the 10th day, they hear on a radio, they hook the radio up to a battery, they hear that the search and rescue effort flying had been called off. And it was on the 10th day they decided in order to survive, they would have to eat the dead. Now, they didn't want to, but they had no other option. They actually tried eating the airplane seats first. They started to eat the dead. As if things weren't bad enough as it is, on the 12th day, an avalanche of snow came down the mountain, entered the fuselage, and covered a lot of the people as they slept. 8 more people died. Now, what I find amazing about this story is, despite the fact that they knew that no one was looking for them, they continued to wait. They just sat there and waited, and waited, and waited. It wasn't until the 30th day. Another picture here. It wasn't until the 30th day that the penny finally dropped that these guys realised. Somebody said, look, the only hope we have is if we rescue ourselves. Now, once they came to that conclusion, they started to look at this wall of mountains that surrounded them, that on the first day they said it was impossible to climb over, and they started to question, okay, if we were to try and get over these mountains, how would we do it? Now, once they started to ask questions like that, again, solution questions, similar to Debbie's question, what can I do to make sure everybody gets the start like they deserve? Once they started asking questions like this, they started to come up with some answers, some solutions. And the pilot had been alive for a few minutes after the crash. He said, that mountain there, beyond that mountain is the green fields of Chile. If you can get over that mountain, you're going to be okay. So, Nando was mad to get over this mountain because he knows his vision lies just the other side. If he can get over this mountain, his vision will be reality in no time. He'll get to see his dad and embrace him and tell him that he loves him. So, these guys, they're all maybe 20, 21, from Uruguay. A lot of them had never seen snow in their lives. And now they're at extreme altitude. They don't know anything about climbing mountains. So they begin this process of trial and error. They start to explore the terrain. They start to make as many tools out of the plane as they can. They make snowshoes, sleeping bags, backpacks, little pickaxes. And they trial things for another 30 days. And on the 60th day, it's decided that Nando and his best friend Roberto Canisa will be the two to try and trek over this mountain. They think it's going to take them, this mountain is 4 times higher than the highest mountain in Ireland. They think it's going to take them a day to climb, but their body's so weak and exhausted and depleted from the elements that it takes them 3 days to get to the top. But as they near the top, Nando knows that his vision is just the far side. Once he sees the green fields of Chile, so he's hoping for an easy descent down. And so eventually Nando gets to the top and he stops. Roberto's about 200 metres behind him. He shouts, what can you see, Nando? What can you see? Nando doesn't answer. Eventually Roberto catches up and stands beside him. Now, remember they're expecting to see the green fields of Chile, but this is what they actually saw. This is a picture taken from the exact spot where they stood that day. See that? As you can see, that is not the green fields of Chile. That is in fact another 80 miles of mountainous terrain that stands between them and Chile. The pilot had been wrong. He hadn't a clue where he was, hence why he crashed the plane in the first place. But Roberto sees this and he says, no, we're dead. We're dead. There's no way we're going to make it to Chile from here. We're going to die. But even in the face of that, Nando isn't ready to give up on his vision. And he says, Roberto, let's not die because we gave up. Let's walk in the direction of Chile until there's no breath left in our bodies. And that became their plan and strategy. To walk in the direction of Chile until there's no breath left in our bodies. I mean, interviewed a lot of people for this book who had some lovely visions and very fancy, complex plans and strategies with different measures and metrics and key performance indicators. But to walk in the direction of Chile until there's no breath left in your body, that's as basic as it gets. Simply put, we'll do it or we'll die. So these two guys began to trek forward through these mountains. And there's a quote from the book, from one of Nando's answers. He says, each step forward was a step closer to my father and a step stolen back from death. And every time Nando, as he trekked his way through those mountains, every time he thought, I can't take one more step, he would flash a picture of himself embracing his dad across his mind, this vision, and he would somehow find the strength to keep going. So day after day after day, these two guys keep trekking forward, absolutely exhausted. And they started to encounter another difficulty. When they come out of these sort of higher peaks, still miles from civilization, but they're down to parts of the mountains where there's no snow, it's warmer temperatures. The only bits of food they had was bits of dead bodies in their backpack. And that started to decompose because they were at warmer temperatures. So you couldn't eat that. The only thing they were eating was grass and leaves. They were becoming very sick and quite delusional. They were imagining things. And on the 10th or 11th day of their journey, they're sitting down resting near a river. And Roberto says to Nando, I keep imagining I see a man on a horse across the river there. And Nando says, I thought I was imagining there was a man on a horse across the river. So they realize they can't both be imagining it. They run over to the river. They try to get this man's attention. He can't hear them because of the river. So he throws over a piece of paper and a pencil attached to a rock. They write, we're survivors of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571, and they throw it back. Now, this plane had crashed 2.5 months previous. It made news all around the world. Everyone was presumed dead. This guy picks up the note, looks at it, looks at them, looks at the note, looks at them, can't believe what he's seeing. And he turns around and he writes, "Do not move from this spot, I'm going to get help." He throws the rock back across and he throws over some bread and some cheese. And that was the first bit of proper nutrition the guys had in 72 days at that stage. This man was still so far from civilization. It took him 12 hours on a horse to get rescued back up to them. And here's a picture. That's Nando on the left, that's Roberto on the right, and that's the man who was on the horse to rescue him. That's the day to rescue him. Nando says to the army, "There's 14 more survivors back at the crash site." He says, "We got to go get them." So he's trying to show them on a map. He says, "Yeah, that's where we came from, that's the route we came." And the army are saying, "There's no way you've come from there." He says, "I'm telling you, that's the route." And he said, "Look, there's no way you, in that condition, got from there to here." These boys were skin and bones. But Nando says, "I'll go with you in the helicopter." So we got into the helicopter, and he got a camera, and they started heading towards the crash site. Now, remember, everybody at the crash site, the other 14 survivors, as far as they were aware, Chile was just the far side of the mountain. And that once Nando and Roberto disappeared out of sight, soon they'd be rescued. Like a day or two later. This is about 14 days later. Suddenly, helicopters come over the mountain. And Nando took this picture of the guys in the crash site. It's hard to make out there, but they have their arms in the air, the guys are at the bottom. They realise 74 days after their crash that they're actually going to live. So, it had always been assumed that Nando was going to take over his dad's business. But that wasn't his vision. And as he made his way through the Andes Mountains, he said to himself, "If I get out of here alive, I'm going to spend my life turning visions that I have into reality." And so he went on to become a racing car driver, a television presenter, a best-selling author. He's had a really diverse career in completely different fields. I only got pictures really of him from all that. Nando was about 21 at the time of the crash. It's a picture of him in a racing car. Couldn't find a picture of him embracing his dad for the first time. The closest was getting back to Uruguay and embracing his dog for the first time. But this is a picture. A good few years later, Nando on the left, that's his wife on the right, and that's his dad in the middle. He had a very special bond with his dad until his dad died at age 90. But the lady on the right, Nando's wife, he has 2 children with her now, and 3 grandchildren. That's 5 people who never could have been born if it wasn't for Nando's extraordinary desire to complete his vision and get back to his dad. So, to quickly summarise this story, I think you can finish the